The Adventures of Mighty Max is a Super Nintendo game that was released in 1995 by Oceans of America Incorporated and based off the popular toy line and cartoon that aired from 1993 to 1994. Now let's travel via Hat Portal to 1993 and get a brief history lesson on Mighty Max. If you were a young girl in 1992, you may recall the popular toys Polly Pocket. Well, Mighty Max was the boy version of those in the UK, and to get those toys promoted, the television show was born, and it blew up. Mighty Max was one of the most popular toy lines in the early 90s for boys, competing with other very popular franchises like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. The merchandise was more popular than the TV show itself. Anything that could be marketed to kids was marketed to kids. There was playsets, puzzles, board games, pencil cases, hats, comics, handheld systems. And even McDonald's got in on the action because of its popularity, and produced mini playsets. Which brings us back to what this video is all about, the Mighty Max game for the Super NES. This game is by far one of the worst licensed games that was released for any game system in the 90s. The game begins with you being able to choose from 3 playable characters. Bia, Max's intellectual girlfriend, Felix, Max's friend whose life revolves around food, and of course Max, the cap bearer, the mighty one. In this game, you will feel a lot of emotions, none of which will leave you feeling mighty. With its 2D platforming mechanics, you are tasked with collecting scattered pieces of the Skullmaster's super weapon throughout 5 varying levels. Each world having 5 sub-levels, which are basically time-wasting levels to make the game longer. You are armed with one of the lamest excuses for a weapon I've ever seen. A tennis ball cannon. Or is it? Almost looks like a metal d coming to fruition once fully charged. How the developer thought a tennis ball cannon was an adequate weapon is beyond me, especially since they have the strength of Hercules, because they are picking up boulders as big as them, monsters, and not to mention the ultimate weapon pieces you are to collect. It even states in the manual that they weigh tons. The levels can be hard to navigate. Even though there is an arrow at the top of your HUD telling you which direction to go, it's still no easy task. While the game has varying enemies with their own attack abilities, it will be easy to navigate your way around them. You will need to pay attention because enemies are always regenerating and they can attack you off screen. I did enjoy the brief times you would see characters from the show, such as Norman and Virgil, even though they are utterly useless. Norman is supposed to be your bodyguard, but yet he follows behind you, letting you get hurt and completely defeating the purpose of having him around. Virgil gives you pointless tips about gameplay that helps nothing. On a scale of 1 to 5, I give this game a 3. The game gives you little to no sense of direction, the mechanics are clunky, like Max jumping 50 feet in the air, levels seem extremely lazy, and an overall insult to the license itself with its non-existent storytelling, which was the television show's charm.
You can't escape. I'll rip your limbs from your body and slowly suck the marrow from your bones.
There is a 2-player split screen option, so you and a friend can go head to head in who can find all the weapon pieces first, but I can't recommend it unless you don't want friends anymore. All in all, you would think with all the money being produced in selling Mighty Max merchandise, and all the success the license seemed to have, why would a company go out of its way to make a less than average game? I did some research on Oceans of America Incorporated, and they must have taken a page out of LGN's book, because it turns out this company was responsible for multiple horrific licensed games, such as Jurassic Park, Batman the Movie, Short Circuit, and many others. The funny thing is, The Adventures of Mighty Max isn't even listed on their resume for cash-in games. Could it be that this was the worst of them all? Thanks for watching the first episode of Revisited. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode.